What is going on, guys? We are gonna be going over everything wrong with Ark Survival in that many minutes. The first thing that is wrong with Ark Survival Evolved, the release dates. Absolutely wrong. Horrible. Wildcard, the producers or creators, developers of Ark Survival, they are just horrible at release dates. You guys already know because you guys are waiting for those new things that they say will be launched, but they don't launch. You're waiting for them, so you already know that they are horrible at release dates. For example, Ark's full release was scheduled for late summer of 2016. That's right, 2016. Later, it was scheduled for August of 2017. That's almost a whole year later. 365 days later. That is the release date. It's just insane. Their release dates are horrible, never on time. In addition, Pixark, it was released on console, but multiplayer isn't even released yet. So they released the game, but it's not even finished. Like, you can't even play multiplayer on Pixark, one of their other games that they have released. And Ark Mobile, they said it was going to be coming out in March, sometime at the end of March. It hasn't even been released. We've got no word on it. So there's release dates for ya. Server isolating. This is a huge thing that is wrong with Ark. Very big problem in Ark Survival. Server isolating, when pretty much you put turrets or something to stop people from spawning in at spawn locations and pretty much isolating the server so that no one can get in or out. You can simply isolate the server by putting turrets around every single obelisk, as well as going to every single supply drop, which will take a while. You have to find every location, spawn location of supply drops as well, to make sure that no one can leave the server. So it has been done before. I have seen it on a server. I joined the server. There was no way to get out. Every supply drop, there was walls built around where the supply drop was landing. It was impossible to leave. Obviously, you can still transfer in because you don't need to spawn at a supply drop or an obelisk. But when you try to leave, you can't leave, so that is isolating a server. Another problem with Ark Survival Evolved is the alpha glitching. This is insane, bro. If you have seen Ark at all and you've played it, you guys know about the alpha glitching. It's when you have a dead corpse on the ground, like a dodo or a compy, something small, and you put an alpha near it, or you lead an alpha to it, like an alpha raptor or carno or rex. It literally gets stuck. So it's kind of been fixed with the rexes and carnos. Like, sometimes I see they actually eat the corpse, but with raptors, it never eats the corpse with raptors. So obviously this is a huge problem in Ark. It's kind of like game breaking, because you can literally, any level character can kill a dodo. Anyone can kill a dodo. And then you can have an alpha raptor just run up to the dodo and try to munch on it while you just shoot it with arrows, and then bam, then you're freaking level like 100 in a few days. Obviously not 100, but you know, you get high level. Undermapping, another huge problem on Ark. I've seen it. There's videos all online exposing how to do it so that the developers will try to fix it. The developers are doing their best, but obviously there are going to be more and more ways to get around it. By the time this video is up, I'm not sure when I'm going to be releasing this video, but there could be a patch for undermapping. I'm not really sure, but there's always going to be ways to get around undermapping. In every game, in Ark, they've tried to patch it before. Everyone always gets around it. You can undermap so easily. It's so simple. You can get under the map and then pretty much just break the game, because then you can do anything, you can go anywhere. It's just horrible. Like, look at this clip right here. There's people just under the map. They're like crossbowing around with the grappling hooks. They're going everywhere. You can get underneath bases. You can shoot up at tames. You can pretty much just make the game stupid and horrible to play. Another game-breaking glitch in Ark is duplicating. So duplicating has been patched many times, but there's just always more ways coming out to solve it. So at first there was a way to do it with an obelisk, and now there's like a new way with chests. And I don't want to say it obviously, but there are new ways. I've seen it on YouTube. If you just do a quick Ark duplication glitch, you can see there's so many ways to duplicate in Ark Survival. It's insane. So most of them are getting patched, but there's always new ones coming out every few weeks to a month on how to duplicate, and even if it's not coming out on YouTube, people are using it. Sometimes people aren't exposing it, obviously, because they don't want it to be patched, which is just stupid because it's breaking the game, to be honest, because you can have a person grinding out for 10 hours a day, or you can just have a person like freaking duplicating for 10 minutes and get the same amount of resources. So it's kind of stupid, breaks the game, and it's just a big problem with Ark. Messed up spawning locations. So you guys already know it happens the most on the center, in my opinion, because I usually spawn at North Tropical Island or South Tropical Island, and then I end up spawning in the middle of the jungle. So I don't really know what's happening. But messed up spawning locations causes you to spawn in an area which you didn't even spawn remotely near at all. Once you try to spawn in, it spawns you somewhere like across the map. I know this happens on the island when you try to spawn at West Zone 3, I believe, or West Zone 2. It always spawns you in the snow biome for some reason. Another big thing is crashing while playing the game. So crashing, it usually happens on console, just because the console can't handle it. But if you have a really good PC, it's not going to be happening as often. But people with lower end PCs, if their game can't handle the graphics, or you're going into a raid and your PC just can't handle the graphics and all the everything going on in the game, it's gonna crash. It's not 100% the game's fault or Wildcard's fault for this happening, but on console and PS4 there's nothing you can do about it, because the game should be improved enough and just it should be able to handle what's happening in the game for it not to just crash. So usually in other games like Call of Duty and all those games, the game is just so well developed that there is no crashing involved, or if it does crash, it's once in a blue moon. But on Ark, I know it happens so much. They really do need to put more time into development to make sure that this stops happening and it doesn't really ruin the game any more than it already has. Another thing that is in the game that has been breaking it so hard is raft glitching. So you can pretty much be any level, you just need to be able to have a raft. Then you just pop a chest on top, slam it right into a wall, and bam, no one can get any of your stuff. So you can't access it, and if you destroy the raft, you also can't access the loot. You can just put a little box at the corner of any raft and then hide it into a rock, and then no one's gonna notice it. And it's just really stupid, because like if you really think about it logically, there's a raft slamming into a rock. Like, what? Next one is the new player joining system. So I just made that word up. I don't even, or that phrase up. I've never heard that been used before. But anyways, that is pretty much when new players join the game that have never played before. So this system is a little messed up. Obviously, it's nothing wrong with Wildcard's development or anything like that. It's just how the game is. So when new players join the game, it's just wrong. It's just they can't really start up on official PvP servers like the non-Archpocalypse or Extinction ones. Just the regular servers that have been out for a while, because constantly they're getting scouted out and raided and trolled by all these huge alphas that have been on the servers for 6 months, a year. They've been out since the launch of the game. So for those new players who are trying to play official PvP, non-extinction, it's impossible. The last one here is a really big one, very big one. It is graphical issues. So there are some pretty, I wouldn't say major, but some minor graphical issues in Ark Survival at the moment. So here on screen now, you can see these are some of the glitches in Ark, like the water ones. If you go in the water, you can see like these weird color overlays in the right side of the screen and just popping up everywhere. And I don't really get what's happening, but it just looks like there's a graphical error, and the game, I don't even know what's happening. I'm not good with coding and all that crap, but it doesn't look too good, and they should fix it. It's just another thing that is wrong with Ark Survival Evolved. So have you guys ever encountered anything wrong with Ark Survival Evolved that I haven't mentioned today? Make sure to leave it down below. Yeah, so that's it for this video today, guys. If you did enjoy, make sure you leave a like on the video. And if you haven't already, I know you. I'm looking at you right now. You haven't subscribed. How about you just subscribe to the channel with post notifications on? Because I upload every single day, and I upload bangers. So make sure you do that. And I will see you guys in my next video. Peace!